Now, we start today with the escalating situation in the Middle East, which has seen in total 13 countries bombed, Tehran and Beirut at the center of the Israeli campaign today. We have some response coming from the Israeli side in the most recent comments. A senior Israeli official has said that the Israeli-US campaign against Iran is progressing much better than anticipated. The official highlighted the smooth execution of the operations, noting the complexity of the coordination and the heavy payloads being dropped. While stressing that much work remains, the official described the early achievements as quote-unquote epic. Meanwhile, the US Central Command reported that Iranian targets are being decimated by American forces. CENTCOM's statement emphasized the overwhelming military power being used to target key Iranian positions, with ongoing operations aimed at further weakening Iran's military infrastructure. According to US officials, the success of these operations has been pivotal in advancing the campaign. Joining us to discuss the statements coming from the Israeli ministry is Yossi Kopawasa, an Israeli intelligence and security expert. He joins us live from Tel Aviv. Thank you so much, Yossi, for joining us. These statements coming out of this Israeli official, what would success look like at this stage? Apparently the campaign against Iran is progressing much better than anticipated. Now, following the killing of the supreme leader, what does that mean?
Well, we are working on a two-pronged effort. One effort is to weaken the regime itself and to hit the leadership and the organizations that support it, the security organizations. And we have really impressive success in that. We're not only eliminating the leader, the supreme leader, but eliminating many of its advisors and the supporters, and hitting many bases of the IRGC, the Revolutionary Guards, and the Basij that serve as the security forces that support the regime. That's an ongoing effort. And the other effort is to minimize the capabilities of the Iranian regime to hit us and its neighbors and its other neighbors. And we are making a very impressive progress in this effort as well. We hit 300 heavy missiles launchers, and many missiles themselves were hit as well. We hit the nuclear facilities that were left after the operation in June 2025. We are hitting industrial facilities that are used for the purpose of developing and producing those weapons. So it's a very impressive result. And we take advantage of the fact that we have managed to establish air superiority in most of the Iranian territory, so that we can fly not only attack from standoff, but also attack from stand-in against most of these targets.
One major event, of course, of this war so far, if not the major event, has been the killing of the Iranian supreme leader, the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. What have been both the benefits of this and the possible risks that one could equivalate it to decapitating the Iranian regime might bring?
Well, first of all, it's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for the people of Iran, once we finish the bombardment of and weakening of the Iranian security apparatuses, to go out to the streets and take over the regime. That's a big opportunity. In the meanwhile, there is a situation where we see two options in front of, especially of the United States. They have to decide. One is to really keep on paving the ground for the people of Iran to take over. And the other is to make a deal with somebody who's going to replace the supreme leader and be manageable and acceptable by the United States. I think this is a little bit far-fetched, but this can happen, and definitely it seems that President Trump is interested in such an arrangement that would enable the Iranian state to avoid chaos, because there's a fear that if we let the people take over because they are divided and not organized well enough, that will end up with chaos. So President Trump is definitely prefers to find somebody from within the regime that he can work with. He has already made it clear that he doesn't think that the son of the supreme leader, of the late supreme leader, is fit for the job, but he's willing to consider other candidates for this job. And the problem is that almost all of the candidates are part and parcel of the regime itself. They believe in the radical approach of this regime. Maybe a more moderate version of this radical approach, but still within the framework of this radical approach, which makes it a very difficult job to find somebody who's acceptable.
Do you think that those actions then, killing the Ayatollah as early as the second day of the conflict, was a good move, or does it risk overcomplicating this war and possibly stretching it out? Considering, of course, that we're not seeing any ground troops in Iran as of yet, neither from the Israelis or from the Americans. Donald Trump even said today that he doesn't intend to put any troops on the ground.
Neither does Israel. Nobody wants to put boots on the ground, because we all believe that if there is going to be a revolution, it should be conducted by the people of Iran for their own interest and not by any foreign force. And the problem is that they are not organized and they are not ready yet to do the job. And but taking out Khamenei not on the second day, on the first day, on the first move of the operation, was the right thing, because otherwise we would not be able to reach him. He would probably hide somewhere and nobody would be able to reach him. So it was a golden opportunity that was taken advantage of by Israel and the United States in the opening attack of this operation. And now there is a chance that there's going to be a better leader for Iran. We hope that it's not going to be somebody from within the regime, but we'll see what the United States is going to say, because it's a joint operation. We have to listen to our partners as well. Anyhow, I think that any alternative is better than Khamenei, who was a very radical leader of Iran that was committed to building those nuclear capabilities, ballistic missile capabilities, the proxies around us, all those terror organizations that were cooperating with the Iranian regime. We are putting an end to all this structure, and we hope that the next leader of Iran will not try to rebuild it.
Okay, Yossi, stay with us. We're turning over to some further updates coming out of the conflict. Iran's army has confirmed it attacked US